Alright, alright. This is my weekly review. And I got my teddy bear. Alright, man. For this weekly review, I tried a different angle. I know I look uncomfortable. I kinda am. This setup was really hard to do. But the only way to succeed is to try. And as long as I attempt this, I feel like I should be fine. It'll work out better in the future, but at least I attempted. Does I look good? Do I look good? Anyways, this week taught me a lot about patience. And one thing, I want to get straight into it. One thing that I enjoyed doing this week is I walked around with a disposable camera. And it wasn't like I was walking around with a disposable camera like, oh, I'm going to take pictures of this, and this. I kept it in my pocket like it was an accessory. Like, you know how you keep your wallet, your keys, and your phone in your pocket? I'm like, let me just add a, disposable camera. And that way, just in case I see something I want to take a picture of, instead of doing it on my phone, I did it on the camera. You know what I'm saying? That means I got to wait to see the picture. And I just got to know intuitively it's a good picture. And what that taught me this week was that the best things come to those who wait. Because those were some of the best pictures that I feel like I've taken. But I also feel like everything I do after I do something is the best thing ever. So I always one up myself. And I just had a lot of fun with that experience. Because it teaches you how to remember the key moments. You only get so many moments with a disposable camera. So every picture that you take has to be intentional. And that way, because it's intentional, I felt like the memories meant more when I was looking back on them. And so that's one of my favorite things I did this week. And getting them developed was so cool. And then they got back to me like same day. And just going through them, the excitement that I get. And also taught me how to deal with loss. Because with film, sometimes your pictures come out, sometimes they don't at all. And so you always rolling the dice. And I'm not gonna say I'm addicted to gambling, but I like to take risks. You know what I'm saying? And that right there gets my blood pumping. It's like, dang, I hope I took the picture. I hope I got it. But like, the process of it is fun anyway, so I don't really mind if I don't get a few pictures. As long as I get the majority of them back, I'm good. And so my biggest focus this week was walk around with the disposable camera, and see what memories I could collect. I learned anything else this week? Oh man, another thing I learned this week was be a child and go do the things that your childhood self would die for. Man, I seen Jeff Hardy today, boy. Dog, I ain't never think I was gonna see Jeff Hardy ever. Like growing up, I used to jump off of stuff, do the front flips, back flips, side flips, kick flips, whatever flip. I was doing it off of something because I wanted to be like Jeff Hardy, man. Right? And today, I had the opportunity to go see him wrestle. And I have never smiled that long and that hard and just had genuine fun. I was in there for like 5 hours. I don't even think I picked up my phone even once. Couple times I picked up my phone was to take a picture when he came out. Other than I'm in there screaming, yelling, and I'm falling in love with what I used to do as a kid, which was watch wrestling. And I only been to one other wrestling match, and that was WWE Monday Night Raw. And I had to be like 4 years old, 5 years old, maybe. I wasn't 6, because Kenya would have been 10. Kenya, my sister. Yeah, no. So I had to be like 3, 4 years old. And I just remember the excitement rush through my veins. But I was so little, I can't really remember the match. But not today. I seen like 5 people go through tables. One dude then did front flip somersault off of something. And I was just like, yeah. And you would think, oh, wrestling fake is corny. Bro, that stuff gets you going, man. It's not corny. It's not fake. They really doing what they do. Oh man, did the battery go up? Why it go up? Hold on. Let's try to turn it back on. Hey, we lit. And so, what's it called? Yeah, man, they doing the front flips, back flips, side flips, kick flips. It was so fun. So, find the things that got you going as a kid and just do them again now. Maybe you still like those things. Maybe your passion is in those things. And, yeah. I went to go. Nope, I can't talk about that movie yet. It hasn't been out long enough. But Sinners is a really good movie. And, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Watch that. Let's see. Oh man, forgiveness and forgiveness is really big, and taking your time. But I'll touch on forgiveness first. You gotta forgive yourself for stuff. It's a lot of stuff that happens to you and happened in the past and may happen in the future, but it's important for you to remember all that stuff is already transpired. You know, sitting here blaming yourself for every single problem, it's not going to get you any further than what you are right now. Yes, it's important to, you know what I'm saying, blame yourself for problems, to take responsibility for them. But once you just start pointing fingers at yourself, condemning yourself all the time, you never going to get nowhere at all. And so what you have to do is learn how to forgive yourself. Because once you can forgive yourself, then you got, you can be free again. We put ourselves in these shackles and these handcuffs because we feel like we got to hold ourselves to the highest standard. We got to be perfect. We got to be flawless. Life is nothing of the sort, bro. We make mistakes, and it's important for us to acknowledge that. Without the acknowledgement that we make mistakes, our brain automatically thinks we're supposed to be perfect. And when we fall short of anything that we perceive to be perfect, guess what? You're cooked. Your brain is just going to keep blaming itself, trying to correct. But the negative feedback loop from the negative thoughts that you're having is hindering you from progressing forward. You see the problem? So being able to forgive yourself will allow you to move on to bigger and better solutions to whatever problems you have. And life just becomes more fun to understand that, you know what, I can say my bad to myself and just forgive myself. It's an important topic. Let's see. I did a podcast with my homie Mariano, and me and Mariano talked about having to do things. You know, I'm gonna share my perspective on it. I'm not saying you gotta pick this up or anything, but Austin's perspective on it is that I don't have to do anything. Key word in that sentence is have to. A lot of the things that I do in my life is because I want to. And it may seem like I have to, and we often use have in a sentence because we feel some sort of importance to the action that we're supposed to be doing. And another way I explain this is you don't have to do anything, but you do things because you're not willing to accept the consequences that come with not doing said action. You feel me? To give a better example, it's like not doing your schoolwork. You say you have to do your schoolwork, but your mind don't know why, like truly. But when you break it down, do you really have to do it? Is anybody holding you at gunpoint? Is your life at stake for not doing the homework? No. You do the homework because you're not willing to accept the consequence of getting a 0. Now, if you are willing to take the consequence of getting a 0, then you won't do the homework. You see what I mean? If you're willing to accept the consequences, then you don't have to do what you feel like you have to do. Do the things that you want to do in life, and that's, I can't tell you what it is. But for me, I want to follow my passions, and I understand to follow my passions, I will have to take certain steps. You feel me? So you just got to watch how you're using the word have, because you don't have to do anything. You don't have to forget that person. You don't have to be kind. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do the dishes. But if you don't do the dishes, the kitchen will stink. You see the dilemma? We do things because we're not willing to accept the consequences of not doing said things. It's crazy. But that's my perspective on it. It's other ways to look at it. We always feel this need to be fulfilled, right? And we can only satisfy ourselves by doing things we feel like we are responsible to do. I don't really like how I said that. But how did Mariano say it? Mariano was saying he does things to feel this sort of fulfillment that he's being busy. Oh, we're afraid to be bored and alone. Nobody wants to be irrelevant. You feel me? And so we do what we do to make sure we don't fall behind. And this can be a healthy mindset, but at the same time, this can be an extremely negative one. Because what are you falling behind on? What do you feel like you have to keep up with in life? Who are you chasing? What dream are you chasing? What goal are you chasing? Are you trying to just keep up with the people that you feel like are in front of you? Or are you trying to keep up with yourself and all the goals that you're writing down and making? Is it that you want to be like him, her, him, shim, them? Or do you want to be like yourself but a better version? You see what I'm saying? What are you chasing exactly? Once you know that, then picking a direction to move in should be way easier. Yeah. What's another thing? Oh, manifestation. I've said this before, I feel like, but I'm reiterating it here. Manifestation is not just asking for something and the universe gives it to you. You must be specific in what you're asking for, ask for it the right way, and then you have to move towards that thing. And when I say that, I mean, once you ask for something, it go out into the universe as a request. The universe is always, is here to make you happy, always, at any time, at every moment, right? So, requests automatically fulfilled. But what you have to do is take actions moving towards it so it can move towards you. Other than that, both of y'all stay stagnant exactly where you at. Your request was asked and your answer exists, but the stuff in between that is you putting in the work. And once you putting in the work and the universe sees that you putting in that work, it will walk to you and meet you where you are. But you got to start moving first, because everything has an equal and opposite reaction. So like I said, if you don't move, what happens? The shit don't move. If you move, what happens? Everything start moving towards you. It's simple, but not easy. Man. And act on any idea that you feel like you have. Like setting up my camera like this, I just had the idea and I just had to act it out, bro. I'm like, how am I gonna get this to work? I almost gave up because the camera was too heavy for the tripod and it kept going like straight down. But then I figured it out somehow, and now we good. We got this angle. It might not look the cleanest right now, but at least I tried. And because I tried, I'm gonna get another opportunity to try. And that next opportunity I get to try is gonna look better. But I gotta try first. I think that's what I opened up the video on. Yeah, if I did, I'm reiterating it. Trust and believe, man. What else? Do it right the first time. I probably said this before, but I'm making it known again. It's way easier to do stuff right the first time than, rushing through it or doing this and doing that and having to restart from the beginning. That's exactly what I was going through right before I recorded this video. I was taking some footage off of my camera so I could rewind the camera back. And I was getting so impatient and so anxious that I wanted to get up here, do this angle, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, bro, just finish the tape out, you know what I'm saying? Just do everything you're supposed to be doing right the first time. And then just rewind it back. And I was fighting against myself like, no, I could do it right here. But guess what? Now, I'm going to have to go back later, find the footage that I didn't record off of the camera and get it. That's too much work. I might as well spend that few little minutes getting it off right now so I don't gotta worry about dealing with it later. It's crazy. I learned that. I learned that lesson from my mom when she was telling me like, if you want to go out, do your chores. Yeah, do the chores now. You can go out later. Don't wait till the last minute to do the chores because then your plan gonna seem last minute and you're gonna be rushed and then it's gonna be not good and then you got to do it later. So just get it out the way. Get anything you need to get out the way, out the way. It's kind of what I do with school now, or I'm trying to do for this last week of school that I got. Oh my god, bruh. It was this project I was doing today, man, and I've been working on all week. And no, I wasn't working on it all week. I did it yesterday. The teacher emailed me back and said it wasn't good enough. I was mad, but I see where she was coming from because I went on to do the project, more in depth, and I did way better. But it wasn't that I started over. I just added on to what I had. And, yeah. So, if I was, I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I just wanted to share that accomplishment. Let's see. Oh, I got new subscribers, man. It's crazy just watching people subscribe to me. Like, y'all want to watch this video? Wow, thank you. My last video got like 150 some views right now. I'm proud, man. I'm glad people seeing my weeks go by. Because I'm watching my weeks go by and I just see myself getting better and better and better and better. But I think that's all I got to say today. If I think of any more lessons, I'll just save them for next week. Other than that, man, just keep living. It's okay. One more day is all it takes. One more minute is all it takes. One more second is all it takes. Everything can change at any moment. Remember that. And don't get anxious thinking about that. Get excited. Say, damn, all this could change in 1 minute. I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing and moving towards the goals that I want to see fulfilled. Life is amazing. Whether it's hard or easy, we all get the opportunity to be here, right here, doing whatever we want to do. And it's a unique experience for sure. Don't take advantage of it. Love people as hard as you can. Love everyone as hard as you can. Don't be afraid to step up. And definitely don't be afraid to step down. It's okay to be up on top, but you also got to know when to get down from the ladder. Because once somebody move that ladder from under you, you got a really long, 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 long fall. And what goes up must come down. And what's coming down is not as fun as going up, man. So you got to know when to step up and when to step down. Know when to hold them and to fold them. You don't always got to be playing your cards. Sometimes you got to fold your hand so they think you know what I'm saying, you got less than what you got. You got to play the underdog. You got to play the underdog card sometimes. It's cool to be the big dog, but the underdogs get away with a lot more. Because nobody really paying attention. So when you feel like nobody paying attention to you, or you feel like life is just not in your hands, think about what you can be doing to get better in that time of, I say that the time you spend in the shadows at that current moment. Because what's done in the dark must come to the light. So everything you doing in the shadows is going to show in your work when the light back on you. But the sun don't shine in the same place for 24 hours. At least in America. Sun go up, sun go down. You feel me? So you're going to have to do some work in the dark sometimes. And then when the sun come out, hopefully it shine on you. But not even every flower in ever always gets sunlight. Sometimes it's stuck under some shade. And eventually, the light will reach it. But you just got to keep growing, man. And I'm talking to you and I'm talking to myself. You just got to keep growing and going. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You weak if you don't ask for help. It takes a strong man to get over his pride and be able to look for help outside of himself. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Speak up. Speak out. Say what you have to say. But also be respectful to the people around you. There's just certain things, if you do in life, everything could be okay. And again, I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to me. Yeah. Well, thanks for popping in again. It's another week in the books. Get this off and get this on. And I appreciate y'all.